Hello everyone, my name is Aoife the Oracle and welcome to your June 2025 tarot reading. All right, let's start off with Aries. Aries, what does the month of June 2025 have to offer you? Now let's see, Saturn is in your sign. So if you're a Aries sun, moon rising, expect some lessons, lessons to be learned. Let's see, what does the month of June have to offer Aries? Oh, that's so interesting. A lot of you are suffering from like negative stinking thinking right now. Feeling very sorry for yourself, feeling like you've lost an opportunity. Yeah, feeling like you've lost an opportunity. King of Pentacles. These cards do not lie. Yeah, you guys, you're feeling very sorry for yourself right now. Have you lost an opportunity financially, a job? Do you feel like you've lost a job opportunity? Is it a romantic situation? Some of you are going through a breakup right now. A situation that you thought had a lot of potential, a love situation that you thought had a lot of potential. And I'm hearing that some of you had to back out for your own self-interest, for your own best interest, because the person was not changing. You came to realize that they were completely incapable of changing. You're just buying time. And what I'm hearing is, while you are more in touch, I think Aries are more in touch with their feelings. They're not necessarily like, all Piscean or Neptune about their feelings. There's another level of accepting of the things that didn't work out there's more depth to the feeling that you could reach. Never in my life did I think I'd be the feeling queen, but I'm telling you, the key to a lot of your issues, all of us, stinking thinking issues in your life, is to accept how you feel about it and work through that feeling. And that's where your answers are. And I love this, Aries. I don't know if it's going to go focus on it, but let me put it in front of my face. The Emperor, you will be taking your power back. But right now you got a lot of negative thinking going on. Stinking thinking. How could I have let that happen? I did this and this for this person. I was open, I was willing. And you really got to let that go. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? The Two of Cups. What's this Two of Cups about? Some of you, it's so many stories going on right now. Some of you are being led to a new relationship that has a lot of potential, but you have to be the fool about it. The fool doesn't mean that you're an idiot. It means that you're open to this situation and you're not bringing into it feelings from the past, ways that you interacted with other people from the past. Yeah, you have to be smart and look at the lessons that you've learned, but you really need to have an open heart and an open mind. I think that's why I'm seeing all these swords upside down. You really need to start looking at the way you view the world, the way you view yourself and your thinking, Aries. I think that's the message. All swords and all wands. I think this is a time of wait and see. Wait and see. Because our wands are upside down. And I feel like very soon, at least by the end of August, you're going to know what direction you're going in. Next step for Aries. That's funny. Is there something that you need to buy, Aries? You should buy it. I'm not saying like go buy like some new Louis Vuittons. Are you thinking of spending money on school and you don't think that you're like it's going to be a good investment? It will be a good investment. Are you thinking of buying a new car because your car is broke down? You should do it because you're going to end up spending more money in the long run than if you would just spend it now. What an the next steps always are fascinating to me. So that is your next step, Aries. Just spend the money wisely. But if it's something that is broken, spend the money to fix it. Bye, Aries. Taurus, welcome to your June 2025 tarot reading. Let's see what the month of June and the tarot has in store for you. What's going on with Taurus? Ooh. Ooh la la. I got the sun right side up. Things are working for you, Taurus. We're on the heels. Well, your season's over, but you're still feeling the sun in your season. Things are looking good for you, Taurus. Is my desk kind of sideways? My desk is a little bit sideways. Whatever. Things are looking good for you, Taurus. And there might be a new opportunity coming. I have the King of Cups. Is this romance? There's new opportunities coming for you relationally. That's not always a sexually romantic relationship. It might be new friendships that you should definitely look forward to. You're expanding your circle. You're expanding your friendship circle. Don't be afraid of doing that. Some of you are recently getting over a heartbreak. And it's funny because it's not just a heartbreak. You feel like you neglected yourself. You neglected the things that bring you joy. You did. You neglected your own creativity. What did you use to garden and you don't do it anymore? Did you used to fix things? Did you used to do your own nails and you don't do it anymore? And you that's probably why you might be afraid of going into other different relationships, because you see how you lost yourself in that past relationship. But that's not true. Your friends and possibly other love has something to offer you, and you've learned a lot. This is your season, Taurus. Even though we're in Gemini season right now, it is going well for you, Taurus. I know there's a Taurus out there going, it's not going well for me. Someone just lost a dog. I'm very sorry about that. You know, dogs have spirits too. So you can talk to the spirit of your dog, and your dog will hear you. Next step for Taurus. Ooh, what, you know, I got the King of Cups, the Three of Swords, heartbreak, and the Ace of Cups. So if your heart was recently broken, or you're not wanting to get into this new relationship because of previous heartbreaks, let it go. Move smart, but let it go, because things are looking good for you, especially when we lead with the sun. So that was, yeah. Embrace these new opportunities, whether it's romantic relationship, friendships, reconnecting with family. Embrace these new opportunities because they have a lot to offer you, Taurus. Thank you, Taurus, for joining me for your June horoscope, and I'll see you in the next side. Bye. Hello, Gemini. It's me, Eve for the Oracle, and I'm here with your Tarot June 2025 reading. Happy birthday, Gemini. You know, Geminis are one of those signs that are really underestimated. I think people get turned off by the two-faced of them. There are a couple signs that I feel get like the brunt of the horoscope. Pisces, Gemini, Sagittarius, and Aquarius. I bet you all those have something in common. What are they all? Mutable, probably. The bendedness of it. So people hate because they don't know how to hold you down, because you can't, it's like sand. You can't quite hold on to it. But the thing I love about Geminis, one of the most underrated things about Geminis, is how intelligent they are. They can see situations from multiple sides. They can see the beginning, the middle, and the end. Because Gemini is ruled by Mercury, and Mercury rules the mind, communication, travel, ideas, the formation of ideas, written words. So Geminis are extremely intelligent. So that was your birthday gift, Gemini. You're smart. Anyways, let's see what the month of June has to offer Geminis. Ooh. You know, before I pulled the deck, the first I got was Three of Swords. And I was like, no. All the Geminis I know are doing well. But, you know, we're not going for all. This is definitely going to apply to some, maybe a lot, but not all. But right now, you are not fulfilled. After all that, maybe you're feeling sorry for yourself on your birthday. It's my birthday and I cry if I want to. Go ahead and cry, Gemini. You are not fulfilled. You feel like all the efforts that you've made have led you nowhere. You're not necessarily fulfilled with your family. Why? Why, may I ask? I have the sun upside down. So the sun upside down is like everything is in perfect order, but we're missing something. Where they're looking at something the wrong way, we have the wrong perspective, or there's something that we're doing that's getting in our way. So what's going on, Gemini? Man, you cannot make this stuff up. You're deeply disappointed in your family. Maybe you're deeply disappointed in yourself. You're a little bit disappointed in your thinking. And the more you think about it, the worse it gets. That's the funny thing about thinking, especially as a Gemini. That's probably why I opened with how intelligent you guys are. You guys are, it's so in your brain, and you've typically been able to think of situations and kind of fix them like a Rubik's Cube. But this time you're not able to do it. The more you think about it, the worse it gets. And that's like the epitome, the definition to me of rumination. It's just like you just keep stirring and you just get deeper and deeper and deeper into it. Maybe it's time to stop. What would actually happen if you didn't think about it so much and didn't try to fix it? I hear you. You're like, it has to be fixed. It's a timeline. I bet you, if you really thought about it, whatever this situation is, it family, job, moving for some of you, that if you did less, thought about it less, and just kind of let the pieces fall where they may, because they're going to fall where they will anyways, you would have a lot more peace about it, about whatever the situation is. What is the situation? Man, this is... And it's funny, while I'm saying that, some of you know that you need to leave. And instead of leaving, you just keep thinking about it. And it's gotten to the point where it's dimming your light. It's probably physically making you sick. You can't sleep. You can't think. You either can't eat or you're overeating. You're smoking too many cigarettes, smoking too much of whatever. When the solution, for some of you, not all, before I go any further, if you'd like a private consultation with me, you can get me at ifatheoracle.com. Before I say this, some of you, it's clear as hell, clear as day, that you should leave. But you're avoiding it. Why are they avoiding it? There's too much arguing. It's not going to change. It's just a done deal. Some of you, it's work. It's like the boss isn't hearing you. You're getting physically sick. You can't work right. You can't think right. Oh, next steps for Gemini. Yeah. I mean, this is I'm sorry, Gemini. You guys are really going through it, especially on your birthday. I give you full permission to cry on your birthday. And you, despite all this thinking, despite all this action, you still can't make a choice. I'm hearing because you're so tied to the past and you're afraid of the future. You don't know what the future holds. Makes sense. I will tell you this, because of the astrology right now, the astrological makeup we have right now, things are going to be intense for the next 3 months. So if you can, wait. If it's like a dangerous situation, your like, you know, your hair is falling out, got alopecia because your boss is wilding, your coworkers are wilding, and it's clear that you should leave, which I've already said for some of you, it's very clear that you should leave. If you're not getting the message to leave, you pray about it, and you're not getting the message to leave, wait until August. After August, when this cosmic kind of goop that we're in, that we've been in, that's probably going to intensify over the next 3 months, wait until the dust has settled from that experience. You'll see. Come back and watch this video 3 months from now. You'll see. Yeah. No decision right now is a decision. Some of you, it's clear as day. Just ask for discernment and you will get a yes or a no or a wait. That's what this video is going to be about for you, Gemini. Yes, no, and or wait. Again, happy birthday. There's another message that wants to come through. That's hecka funny. I just ate a bacon sandwich and someone's eating too much fat, and someone of you is overeating to try to mitigate the pain. And God doesn't want you to do that, because it's making you sick and kind of like nauseous. That's what I'm feeling. Maybe because I'm bacon sandwich I ate, but that's what I got. Just too much fat, too much overeating. I'm seeing someone just stuff their face. Eat, 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 eat. What's the next step for them? And you, while Geminis are typically vocal, you're not telling the people who hurt you that they hurt you. And I'm giving you full permission to say that. Maybe you should do it in a diplomatic way, a safe way. But tell that person exactly what they did that hurt you, that you've been keeping inside for so long, that's causing you to basically do harm to your body. That's what I'm getting. Deep breath in, Gemini. Deep breath out. Everything's in perfect order. Thank you for joining me for your June tarot horoscope, and I will see you in July. Bye, Gemini. Yeehaw, Cancer. You know I'm a Cancer. Cancer. Tarot reading, June 2025. Normally, I'm like, I don't want to read Cancer because these cards do not lie, but I'm excited. Maybe because my birthday is in June 24th to be exact, and I am pretty excited. I'll be turning, guess how old I'll be turning? Nope, not 28. No, not 27. 41, I know. Vitamin A, baby. Anyways, Cancer, what does June 2025 have to offer you? Hopefully Reno, because I'm trying to go to Reno by myself. Go to all them fancy restaurants and those hotels. Sit at the beach. Well, they don't have a beach in Reno. I mean, at the pool. Whatever. Sit by the poolside. Maybe read a romance book. And then maybe read some metaphysical books about balancing your third chakra. And then laying in bed in my fancy hotel suite and watching TLC. And the mental health channel is what they should call TLC. That shit's horrible. They'd be like, oh, you got a mental health problem? Let's film you for consumption and not actually help you. Anyways, that was a total diversion. Cancer, June 2025. What? Not yet. That's what I'm hearing, Cancer. Not yet. Wow. Someone has a possibly a drinking problem over smoking. And you drink and smoke and overconsume, possibly even gambling, as I talk about going to Reno. And you do that because you've been hurt from the past. Mostly childhood trauma. And that affects your thinking. And it really is time to consider help. Therapy, talking about it, group therapy, writing about it. It's really time to start considering help. And for some of you, someone out there, a few of you out there, you're being offered a new love opportunity. And you don't necessarily want to forgive either this person to start over or the previous people that have broken your heart or misused your trust is what I'm hearing. Misused you. And it does look positive, these new opportunities. And you do look very cautious about it, which isn't an issue. Be cautious, but not... What's the word I'm looking for? Be cautious, but not skeptical. Skeptical to the point where you think it can't work. What a lovely story. I don't think I typically get that for Cancers. Not like all Cancers are always brokenhearted. Oh, gosh. But it's looking good for you, Cancers. There's just a lot going on. There's a lot of feeling, a lot that you're not aware of. And some of you, you're in a new relationship or the relationship that you're in and you're kind of losing yourself. Like maybe neglecting what needs to be done, maybe neglecting work, your health, your children. Not totally neglecting, but you're putting too much. It's bordering on a bit of codependency of trying to get like all your happiness from this person. I can hear you, girl. The girl out there, the men out there that's like, I ain't got nobody. You broke my heart. What about those people? Wow. You know what I've discovered? and everybody's told us this, but you kind of don't discover it until you get older, if at all. The more you love yourself, the more other people love you. The more you invest in yourself, the more other people invest in you. There's almost kind of like no way around it. Because when you pour into yourself so much at such a level, other people have no option but to pour at that same level or to get out of Dodge. So that's your next step. Look at the ways, Cancer, if things aren't working in your life, especially relationally, look at the ways that you've neglected yourself and start working towards building that back up. Because ultimately, we can't say like they did do this to us, but if you keep having the same situation happen, you're the common denominator. Damn, Cancer, stop. I've had to realize that in my own life. I'm the common denominator. You're the common denominator. You can't have 7 bum-ass girlfriends, 7 bum-ass boyfriends. You're the number one. So no one's going to make you whole. You need to start investing in yourself. That's the next step that I got for Cancer. But because it's going to be our birthday soon, let's get a next. And stop fighting with people. Shit. Damn. Wow. That's crazy. Y'all, so I'm perimenopausal, which is pretty funny. Some women that happen. I've heard of a woman starting menopause in her late 20s. I think it's the food, the astrology, everything. It's a lot going on. And I'm like, this morning I was like, I wish a bitch would. And I'm not a fighter. And cancers, I know cancers are fighters, don't lie. Y'all are argumentative to like the nth degree, internally and externally. But you know, when we spread that argumentative energy and it comes back at us, we can't be surprised because 2 negatives do not, well, they say 2 negatives make a positive, but energetically they don't. So if you want people to stop arguing with you, stop arguing with them. And turn back to yourself. Like you've been neglecting yourself way too much. The things that bring you joy, the things that you like to do, what's special about you. It's been kind of like in the closet and focusing on other people. Oh, well, Cancer, we got red, didn't we? I hope you enjoyed your June 2025 horoscope, and I will see you in July. Bye-bye, Cancer. Hello, Leo. It's me, Aoife the Oracle. Welcome to your June 2025 tarot reading. Let's see what the tarot has in store for you this month. Ooh. First of all, Leos, a lot of you have been getting downloads. And you should either write them down, because I'm hearing that you might be having an issue believing and understanding in what you're being downloaded. So write them down so that you can see the synchronicities. And a lot of you, your ancestors are talking to you in dreams, in synchronicities, numbers, butterflies, dragonflies, ladybugs. Start listening. And I find that usually when the ancestors are talking to us in those ways, like we're seeing flashing lights, shadow people, ghosts, hearing our names, not all the time, but we're either going this way or that way. It's either get away from that guy, get away from that girl, you're doing too much, it's not the one for you, you're not listening to your intuition, or, hey, sweetie, calm down, everything's going to be okay. What is it for you, Leo? What are the ancestors telling you? When your ears itch, it's talking. Intuition. Everything's having to do with money. Every single card I picked. Queen of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, High Priestess, Temperance upside down. So if it's a money concern that you have, things are going to work out. Someone cheated on you? Did you cheat on somebody? This is one storyline. You're breaking up with someone. The romance didn't work. but your assets are tied up. Your assets are tied with that person. And that's bringing a lot of fear. But it's going to work out. Not immediately, probably, but it will work out. Damn. I found in my experience, the temperance for me in almost 99.9% of my readings is overindulgence in drinking, smoking, shopping, to avoid feelings. There's an aspect of that going on here for you. Leo. Yeah. Yeah. Especially with the devil upside down. Overindulgence. And it's time to stop. That's probably why your spirit guides are talking to you like that. The ancestors are talking to you like that. It's probably gotten to the point where it's unavoidable. You probably afraid to go to sleep because the minute you lay your head down, they're like, they're telling you cut it out, Leo. First, everything's gonna be okay financially, and two, you're overindulging. You're definitely overindulging. Yeah, it's all. And for some of you, there's some of you that have a new opportunity, a business opportunity potentially coming up, new work, new contracts. Those are going to work out too. But I'm hearing most definitely that some of you, your spirit guides right now are telling you that you're kind of going down the wrong path, as in overindulging, mixing with the wrong crowd. Basically like being I don't want to say not being godly because I don't want to put it on people like that, but yeah, you're going down the Diddy train. I'm sorry. I shouldn't. Yeah, you are. Let me not lie. Next steps. I pulled the Moon, 5 of Cups upside down, and 6 of Cups upside down. Some relationships, yeah, like I said, it's just, if it's over, wow. A lot of you should book a private consultation with me, efortheoracle.com. Because it's just a really heavy story. It's a really heavy story. It's almost like chaotic. You can't even see straight, which is probably why you're drinking too much. Or doing whatever too much. Smoking too much. To the point where you're trying to avoid your feelings and you can't feel them. But those are the messages that if you can't hear it or you're not willing to hear your spirit guide saying them, consider stopping, cutting back on the overindulging, because it's actually not doing anything but temporarily making you feel better, very temporarily, and that everything will be okay financially, Leo. Take care of yourself, Leo. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you in July for our July reading. Take care, Leo. Bye-bye. Hello, Virgo. It's me, E for the Oracle, and welcome to your June 2025 tarot reading. Before I even poke the cards kind of speak to me before. And someone out there is dealing with betrayal, being cheated on. Maybe it was you doing the cheating, and really being kind of scammed. And yeah, were you the one doing the scamming? Were they the ones doing the scamming? Let there be no doubts about it that you have been scammed. And the part that you had to play in it is kind of being Delulu. If you really look back at it, you can see all the red flags. You can see all the red flags, and it was kind of like something for nothing. What a weird reading. You're not imagining it. Either you or the other person was taken for a long ride. I don't even know how, this is, wow. Was it a work situation that took you for a long ride? Did you take your employees for a long ride? There's a lot of scamming going on. A lot of delusion. Scamming, delusion, and betrayal. That's what I'm going to call this one. Scamming, delusions, and betrayal. Now, mind you, this isn't all Virgo. Some of y'all are find the love of your life sitting out there in Tahiti, praising God, getting pregnant and shit. But some of y'all out there either are doing or have been scammed, betrayed, and led down a deep path of delusion. This shit don't get... What? Why do they do this to you? What's going on here, Virgo? What's going on? Yeah. Get out quick. This is I can't. It's just scam, but the fool just scams. Cups upside down. Can we get a next step? Because this is gonna be like a quick 1.5 minute reading for Virgos. You kind of like don't. You're being delusional. Like you think you can fix it. Yeah, you think you can fix it. You think what you're seeing isn't happening. You think everything that everyone's telling you isn't happening. Are you the one doing this? Like, you still have hopes that it'll work out. Delusions, scams, betrayal. By Danielle Steele. Sorry. Oh, can we get a next step, please? Just one good next step that they can do to stop being scammed, betrayed, and living in delusion. I'm sorry, Virgo. I'm a Virgo rising, so, you know, whatever. Queen of Cups. What I'm kind of hearing is that you need to stop trying to help people, because I'm hearing that if you really look back the situation that you're in, you kind of like bit more than you could chew. And like that will help you not be in this situation again. Yeah. But just don't be fooled, Virgo. Don't be fooled and stop biting off more than you could chew. I'm sorry, Virgo. This isn't for everyone, but for some of y'all, that's what's happening. Take a deep breath in and out, Virgo. Thank you for joining me for your June 2025 reading, and I will see you in July, Virgo. Ta-da! Hello, Libra. It's me, Aoife the Oracle. Welcome to your June 2025 tarot reading. Let's see what the cards have in store for you for June. It's already chaotic. It's chaos going on. The Tower. The way the cards fall, the cards that you see first, everything has a meaning. There's a deep change going on for you right now, Libra. It's a financial change. Ha! Can't make this shit up. Excuse my language. Who used to say that? Kevin Samuels? A deep change going on for you right now, Libra. Are you in line with it? You can't make this stuff up. Some of you, it's romantic. A deep change going on with romance. But for a lot of you, it's with work and finances. And some of you, I'm hearing, it's like you have this business idea. And Libras are actually really excellent business people because they're very diplomatic, as the Libra is. And Libra is a cardinal sign. So they are the quintessential leaders. Cardinal is basically the leader of the astrology, and cardinals start off the seasons. Libra starts off fall, Aries starts off spring, Cancer starts off summer, and Capricorn starts off winter. So when you start off a season, you're the leader. You lead people into it. So is it that business idea that you have that you are resistant to changing? Some of you, it's letting go of a business that's not working. There's a lot of resistance because you like things the way, actually, you don't even like things the way they were. You're just afraid of what's to come. The unpredictable. Yeah. There's a lot of fear going on right now, Libra. You're afraid of the future. They're afraid of the unknown. That's what this June, don't be afraid of the unknown. Because things are actually working in your benefit. You're the one that's mostly standing in your own way. The change is going to come whether you like it or not. So the change is going to change. What is that word that the yogis always say? Impermanence. Change will be changing. You either go willingly or drag your feet. And in my ripe 41 years of age, when the change comes, you might as well just go with it. Ask for discernment, but you need to go with the change because it will save you so much pain, so much time. But the beauty of dragging your feet with the pain is you learn a lot of lessons. But you have to be willing to learn. You have to know that you're learning a lesson, basically. Because some of you learning a lesson and don't even know that you're learning a lesson. You got to learn the lesson 10 times. Don't do that. If anything, when my kids can finally comprehend, I'm going to tell them, learn often, learn quickly, and if something doesn't work, drop it. What's the name of that one movie, The Deal, with Robert De Niro? It's not called The Deal, but he has this line that's like, he's willing to drop anything at any time when the bets are off. When it's not working, he's willing to drop anything at any time. That's the attitude that you should have right now. Because you're resisting a change. Next steps for Leo. Sorry, Libra. It's not always money, might be finances, but the money, I got the Ace of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. And what's beautiful about this is once you embrace this change and stop self-sabotaging or working against your own best interest, you're going to be astonished at what's on the other side. If you'd like a private reading with me, you can book me at ifatheoracle.com because I'm hearing a lot of you need way more clarification than what I'm offering. But that's the general picture right now. Resistance to change. Next steps. And all the answers are actually in your intuition. You know deep down what it is that I'm talking about. You know what it is. You know deep down what it is I'm talking about. The change gonna be changing whether you like the change or not. That's the title of my next country album. Well, Libra, you'd be surprised what is on the other side. Life is not meant to be stagnant. Life is meant to change and move us forward towards our spiritual evolution. Thank you for joining me for June's horoscope, Libra, and I will see you in July. Bye-bye. Hello, Scorpio. It's me, Aoife the Oracle, and welcome to your June 2025 tarot reading. Let's see what the cards have in store for Scorpio for June 2025. Something to do with authority. Someone trying to take too much authority over you? Are you doubting your own? Yeah, it's someone else trying to take authority over you and you not liking it. Is it a boss, a romantic partner, a husband, a wife? The main thing going on for you right now is ego battles. Your own ego battles, other people having ego battles with you, their own ego battles being projected onto you. And what I'm really, the main thing that's happening is thinking patterns aren't working anymore. And I wanted to say for you, but it's lots of just argumentativeness because of ego. If anything you take away for June, what you've probably been experiencing for the past 5 months is ego trips, ego battles, ego trips. And a lot of it is being done to you, but you're not totally innocent. It's like a standoff that you're having right now. And it's not getting any better anytime soon. As I've said in other tarot readings for the other 12 signs, we are going through a lot right now in the cosmic skies astrologically, with Uranus in Gemini, Saturn in Aries, war, like the planet of war in well, Saturn is kind of, it's not really war, but it's like more seriousness, but something serious happening in Aries time. And it's not really going to get better now. In about 3 months time, the dust will settle more. And this ego, believe it or not, at the back of it, the root cause, whether you might be aware of it or they might be aware of it, is money. Money, insecurity. But it all will work out. I feel like that we're not saying that. It's finances. I'm hearing for someone it's custody battles, taking care of children. And I think I said the same thing for Aries. Less is more right now in your situation. Less is more. Do less. If it's a critical situation and you need to do something, if someone's like critically battling you and you need to do something, but you should consider not being so argumentative, because it's actually making the situation worse. And you feel like these people are doing this thing to you, but the dust will settle and you will be okay. Let's get a next step for Scorpio. Yeah, do less. Less is more in this situation. Take a deep breath, Scorpio. Breathe in. Breathe out. Every time you feel stressed out, just do that. Breathe in for 5, at least 5 to 7. Deep breaths in your lungs and breathe out. Thank you for joining me for your June 2025 horoscope, Scorpio, and I will see you in July. Bye-bye. Hello, Sagittarius. It's me, Aoife the Oracle, and I'm here with your June 2025 horoscope. Before I even pull the cards, there's a lot of chaos right now, a lot of hard decisions going on in some of you Sagittarius' life. Sorry. Let's see if we can offer some clarification, some guidance. Heartbreak, finances, don't know where to turn. Sadness. But everything's gonna work out. Everything always works out. As awful it may be, we're just here in a rented meat suit for a while until we get our next meat suit. Might not even be a meat suit. Might come back as an alien. Or not. It might be a bubble of thought. Come back reincarnated as a bubble of thought. You ready for that, Sagittarius? I'm sorry, I'm just trying to offer some light to the situation. Everything will work out once you start taking action. Heartbroken. I'm hearing for you, some of you was like, I gave up everything. I wasn't even being myself. I tried to change. Maybe the thing is that you tried to change yourself. I feel like Sagittarius is a lot, you guys get told what's wrong with you. Because it's like sometimes your experience, the way you view the world can be so triggering to other people because they're just not as expansive. And you tried to change and it backfired. Someone's like, yep. Everything's going to work out though once you start taking more action. And I'm seeing you're doing a pretty good feeling of embracing the pain, to transmute it, to transcend it. For some of you, there's a couple people out there where it's having to do with a child. Maybe you lost a child. Something tragic with a child. You blame yourself a lot for that. And things will get better. It's funny, but what you should try to do is think about what's working. That always helps. You need to start focusing on what's working. Because thinking about what hasn't worked and what's breaking your heart actually only makes it worse. We think it makes it better, but it makes it worse. We have to like neutralize those thoughts with thoughts of gratitude, thoughts of what's working, focusing on the good. And you actively have to force yourself to do that. And sometimes you got to get real morbid with it. If you're going through IVF and you lost a child, well, at least you can get pregnant. I don't mean to make light of it, but we have to start focusing on what's working to regain your strength. That's the next step I'm getting for you, Sagittarius. And I think that's the end of the reading. That was pretty concise. Actively try to change your mind. Feel the pain, which you have been doing, you will continue to do, but actively try to look for what is working and what you're grateful for to move through it. Take a deep breath. Sagittarius, me too. Breath is life. Thank you so much for joining me for your June horoscope, Sagittarius. I know it's hard. It will get better, and I will see you in July. Thank you. Bye-bye. Hello, Capricorn. It's me, Aoife the Oracle, and welcome to your June 2025 horoscope. Ooh, the spirits are trying to talk to you, Capricorn. Are you listening? I can feel it. Yes, those messages that you're hearing. Yes, those shadow people that you're seeing. Yes, those synchronicities, those angel numbers, those dragonflies, those butterflies, those ladybugs. Yeah, they do have a meeting. Spirit is trying to communicate with you. Whatever they did to you, they will get justice. Whatever you did to them, there will be justice. Whatever the situation is, there will be justice, Capricorn. There will be justice. Things will be made right. That's so funny. I started off talking about intuition, and that's one thing. That's the missing key for you right now, Capricorn, is neglecting your intuition. It's not so much that you're not it's not so much neglecting it. It's almost like you're going opposite of what spirit is telling you. And I guarantee you, if you stop doing that, like this reading could be over right now. If you stop doing that, things would get exponentially better for you. And if not in the physical realm, then in the spiritual realm within your body, you would feel more at home, more grounded, more concrete. Because I get the world and I get justice, but I get a high priestess and the magician upside down and death upside down. And that to me is telling me that, like, basically Capricorns need to meditate. Point blank. Y'all need to meditate. Y'all need to start meditating and start listening to your inner voice, your inner child, the spirits around you, the synchronicities around you. And like, I'm getting this feeling of like trying to force your will against something and it's not working. You're almost even trying to force your will against yourself and it's not working. Like, you're not just a worker. You're not just a body or a spirit. You're not just here to accomplish things or do things for other people. Or to just eat, sleep, work. There's a lot of sadness. I think at the key of not wanting to go so much into intuition. Because you're afraid of it. What a nebulous reading. But that's what I'm getting. Next steps for Capricorn. Yeah. King of Pentacles. What a quintessential Capricorn card. And I get the World and Justice. Things are going to work. But it's time to start embracing intuition. Embracing, it's not just intuition, like just, there's so much more to it. there's a trillion ways spirit, your own spirit, talks to you. Is it that you need to be more creative? Look more into the magic of the world, not just the physical, but the spiritual realm. That's just what I'm getting. And I think you know what I'm talking about, Capricorn. I know you know what I'm talking about, Capricorn. Yeah. Ace of Pentacles. Now, if I pulled another quintessential Capricorn card, I will know. Yeah. Three of Pentacles. It's all working out. Listen to yourself more. Listen to your guides more, Capricorn. Thank you for joining me for your June 2025 reading, and I will see you in July, Capricorn. Bye-bye. Let's get physical. Physical. I want to get physical. Let's get the physical. Maybe that's what I'm getting for Aquarius. Hello, Aquarius. It's me, Aoife the Oracle, and welcome to your June 2025 horoscope tarot reading. Before I even started the tarot reading, I am antsy. I am juiced up. Maybe because I've been doing readings all day, or maybe because it's you guys, Aquarius. Pluto has moved into Aquarius. Aquarius, buckle down, and I know you already feel it because you are a pretty in-tune spiritual sign yourself. Your spirituality, your sense of synchronicities is heightened. You are getting downloads like a MFer. And it's happening quickly, and you're here for the ride. You're getting, like I said, you're getting downloads, hearing things, seeing synchronicities. Things are in alignment. Things that weren't in alignment, you're starting to see where they're in alignment, where they went wrong, all those sorts of things. So buckle up for this transit. Research how long Pluto is going to be transiting Aquarius. But Pluto is deep, deep, deep transformative changes. Things are going to happen, and the best way to go through a change is not with your feet being dragged, but embrace it. Because the quicker you embrace it, the less painful it is, and the quicker you'll learn the lessons. So that's for this is for Aquarius suns, but if you're an Aquarius sun or Aquarius rising, or see where Aquarius is in your chart, and expect some changes there. I had Aquarius transiting, Pluto transiting Capricorn, which was the sign before Aquarius. My fourth house. I had 3 children in 1 year. Moved houses, the house that I'd lived in. I moved houses at the beginning of the transit, and I bought a house at the end of the transit, and had 3 children in 1 year. So, a house of family, I'll tell you. See what I mean, Aquarius? The Magician. I feel like Aquarius is like, yeah, buddy. But one thing I will say, Aquarius, is do not get so like woo-woo that you forget the real world. Don't get so woo-woo that you neglect the physical world. Because there's a kind of an aspect of that right now, like going far too into the nebulous and becoming kind of delusional and maybe neglecting your feelings, your worldly responsibilities, your family in a little bit. Not like, yeah. Man, Aquariuses are just doing awesome right now. You're getting downloads. But there is going to be something that happens within the next 3 months that's going to require, with this whole Pluto transit, that's going to require you changing somehow. And I'm telling you, do not drag your feet. Embrace the change. All change is for your benefit. And some change can be painful, but by kind of resisting, you're making it much more painful than it has to be. What is this change? Yeah, you're resisting change. Some of you are starting a business that you're working hard on. Ideas, starting new ideas. What I can say is do not lack consistency. Be consistent and you will see the rewards of your hard work. This is, I wouldn't even call it chaos. There's just so much going on now. Your boss is being through authoritarian. It's just a lot of like, Capricorn before you guys, they weren't being spiritual enough. You Aquariuses are kind of being too spiritual. It's kind of funny. Come back down. People think Aquarius is a water sign, but it's actually an air sign, and air is everywhere. It can see all points of view. It has to be in everything. It doesn't like to be encapsulated. It's literally everywhere, our whole earth. Dare I say our whole universe? So come back down to earth, Aquarius. You are on a high-speed train right now. Next steps for Aquarius. And I don't want to be like what's that word? People say like Aquariuses are so heady that they're not like in this reality. But those love opportunities, give it a chance, Aquarius. Give it a chance. Don't assume that you know everything. I'm not saying get pregnant by someone immediately or buy a house with them before you get to know them, but give it a chance. Open your heart more, Aquarius. I'm going to actually channel a next step for Aquarius is here. This is an odd one, but y'all need to buy new shoes. You've been wearing the same busted shoes to the gym, to work, and it's not a good look. And shoes actually do wear down after a while. Like the soles wear out, the materials wear down, and it starts to affect your back because it's just too much like depression in the shoes. So Aquarius, y'all need to buy some new shoes. Thank you so much for joining me for your June 2025 horoscope, Aquarius, and I will see you in July. See y'all later. Bye-bye. We did it, Joe. We did it. We did it, Joe. We did it. Hello, Pisces. It's me, Aoife the Oracle, and welcome to your June 2025 tarot reading. Let's see what the tarot has in store for Pisces. Well, if that couldn't be more clear, your heart's broken. It didn't work out. It's a love story. It's making you want to isolate. But believe, I don't know how this is going to come into full fruition, Pisces. And if you'd like a private reading with me, you can book me at aoifetheoracle.com. But actually, this is for your benefit. This heartbreak is for your benefit. There's a lesson that you needed to learn. And if you're very open to it, you should write it down, Pisces. I believe in writing down because the brain works like this. You'll think of some like magnificent aha moment. And then you're like, oh, look, a butterfly. Forget it. Not just you, Pisces, but we're all like that. So write it down. There's lessons in what just happened or what is happening. Brilliant lessons. Lessons you learned about love, about business, about thinking. And it's actually going to make you, and has already started to make you, a better person. I get the Fool. The Fool is not the fool. I mean, there's no other word, because the Fool is like, colloquially, the Fool is an idiot. Doesn't know. The Fool is really going about starting a new journey with an open mind and an open heart. And while this would have torn anybody else down, Pisces, it's actually made you a better person. If you haven't seen it yet, you will see it. It's actually made you a better person. And one of the stories is that you saw how you overinvested in people, and you need to focus on yourself. You need to focus on your business. You need to focus on work. It's giving you a new appreciation. But I have the Wheel of reverse, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, and then I get the 9 of Swords in reverse. So that tells me it could be better, Pisces. And I also got 10 of Swords in reverse. And those reverse cards are telling me there's an element of not totally embracing your feelings. You really need to sit back and go think about the most traumatic thing that you would say has happened to you in the past 3 years. And concretely look at the lessons learned. And I guarantee you will be a better person for it. We can't just go around willy-nilly from this situation, this job, this relationship, this job, this relationship, and not look at what we've learned from the experience. You can't do it. You can do it. Just keep making the same mistakes. But if you really sat down and looked at the lessons, you will be a better person for it. And you already are. You're getting there. And it hasn't broken you. Thought they what would have broken anybody else, Pisces, actually made you better. Is making you better. But you really need to sit down and look at the lessons learned. Let's get a next step for Pisces. Yep. Action time, baby. Action time. The Fool. Action time. It's action time. Look at what you've learned. The pros and the cons. And you'll save yourself years and years of experience building, Pisces. Thank you for joining me for your June 2025 horoscope. And I will see you next month. I'll see you next month, Pisces. Bye-bye. Thank you all 12 signs for joining me for your June 2025 horoscope tarot reading. If you'd like a private reading with me, Aoife the Oracle, please check me out at aoifetheoracle.com. Have a beautiful June, and I will see you next month. Bye-bye.